Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Lainey. This is Big Girls Really Do Cry, and this is my week. So what has happened last week, essentially, I suppose. Last Saturday, the 22nd, yeah. So I went to meet my friend Angie, and I haven't seen her in, oh God, well over a year now. And so we met in Tesco Calf, and I took her Christmas present and a birthday present because obviously I never saw her for either. And we had like a really good catch up, and it was just lovely to like see someone, if you know what I mean, that see a friend kind of thing. And yeah, it was really lovely. So we're going to do it fortnightly. That's what we've decided anyway. And then on Saturday night I private streamed with Susan and Sharon and shared Eurovision, so we all could watch it together, essentially. And yeah, that was really good fun. It was a good laugh, you know, having our sort of different opinions. And what we did was we decided that, right, when I was a kid we used to do this thing where you pick like a top three out of each year kind of thing. And I used to do that with my dad and stuff. And we used to use the paper, you know, because you used to get like the paper to put your results in and stuff like that. So I did that with Sharon and Susan. So we kind of marked each act out of 10, and then at the end decided who our top three were. We all had Iceland as the top, and they were robbed. Like, they were definitely robbed. That was the most epic dancing and jumper, and you know, I just loved it. I thought it was brilliant. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. It was, like I said, it was a good laugh. On Sunday the 23rd, the weather was pants here. Probably was the whole country really. So I didn't go anywhere, stayed in, just caught up with stuff that I had to do. On Monday, I had to wait in to get my smoke alarms fitted, because when they came and checked them, you know, like they do the annual checks that they do, they were out of date, basically, my smoke alarms, although they were both still working. He said he was putting it forward for it to be replaced, and I'd gotten a card to say they were coming out, and I was like, alright. I was like, I want to go out, and it's always the thing, isn't it, between 12 and 4, so I'm sitting in the wheelchair waiting and waiting, and he came at 2:45, and it took like 2 minutes, but it's always that thing when you want to go somewhere. So I just went to Thompson Park, around the doors, didn't get a photograph of anything new or anything like that. On Tuesday, again, the weather was really bad, like the rain, so instead I ended up staying in. I prepared the quiz for the Trivia Tuesday, so I did like picture rounds instead. The banish bin went well. It was with Donna, who is Savvy Mummy UK. That was cool. I'm hoping to keep the banish bin going till October, which is when I do, which is when I'm in the hot seat, basically, which I'll do as part of like my charity weekend thing. But the banish bin, I'm hoping to keep it going. I think I've got till mid or the end of July so far, so I need to get a few more people in to make sure I get to the end. I've got people I can ask. It's just I don't want to kind of ask, like, because I don't want people to feel like awkward and they have to do it. Please, if anyone is watching this and I do ask you and you don't want to do it, please just say like, or whatever, because I would hate anyone to feel awkward about it. But also, if anyone's watching this and is interested in doing it, then please get in touch. And you don't have to be on screen facially. If you prefer, you can just be voice only. We've had that before and it's not a problem for me. So if anyone in the chat, or if you know of anyone, let us know. So yeah, I don't know if I said, but Mel, who is back from burnout, she is on Tuesday's show. And then Wednesday, again, pants. It was raining. I was going to go to Tesco. I didn't, because it was just absolutely lashing down, so I didn't get the chance to go out again. So I was like, really frustrated. But you know, it happens. I suppose it happens. It's weather. So moving on to Thursday. So Thursday I went out early. Well, by early, by 9:15. Went into town. And I had some like cards and calendars to post and that. And normally what I do is I go straight into town, straight to the post office, straight to the park, and then if I go in the shop, I go on the way back. But I was thinking, oh, I quite fancy going to Home Bargains, and Home Bargains is like the other side of town. But I thought to myself, you know, if I'm on my way back, I'll probably think, oh, I'll not bother and just call in Poundland because I go past it on the way home. So I thought, I'll go first. It's early, you know what I mean? I'll go first. Anyway, on my way through the town, I just felt like I was in everybody's way, you know, and you're just like, I was like, oh sorry, I was going that way, someone went that way, I was going that way, someone went that way. And I mean, they were apologising as well, it wasn't just me, I just felt like I was in the way. Goes into Home Bargains, and when I go in Home Bargains, I've got to go all the way around and then get served, and then I have to come out the way I come in because there's this bollard thing in the way. But anyway, on the way around, I felt again like I was in people's ways, going around corners or trying to get past or whatever. And I went round I went round one of the corners, and I went round like the corner. This woman was coming the opposite way around, so like I immediately stopped. I didn't touch, you know, I didn't hit into her or anything, and she, you know, didn't mind me or anything like that. So I immediately stopped, apologised, you know, because like I just think it's a manners thing anyway. Even if, like, you know, it was just one of them things, it's just an accident kind of thing. Not even an accident, because nothing actually happened. It's just that I went around the corner and she came around the corner, and I went, oh sorry, like that. And she sort of barged past down the side of me, didn't wait until I moved or anything, managed to squeeze herself past. And as she went past, under her breath, she said, you shouldn't even be allowed in here, like that. And I thought to myself, well actually I went, what? And she went, nothing. And then she just left, and I was like, you know when you just can't believe what you just heard, and you're kind of thinking, did she really say that? But she did, she definitely said it. And honestly, how, you know, that sort of thing in the past, right, what I mean, this was before the wheelchair, but being the size I was or whatever, that would have sent me in a spiral of like downness, right? Now it makes me angry. It makes me angry that someone thinks that they're allowed to say what they want to you, and they're not. And they should never just, if she has that point of view in her head, let her think what she likes. But to open your mouth and say words that have, you know what I mean? I was absolutely fuming. The more I went on around the town, the more angry I was getting about it. And there was part of it, I was like, do you know what? I should have followed around all day and just been like, yeah, I'm allowed here too. Or I'm like, you know what I mean? Just being annoying so that I was in her way all the time. Like, it just frustrated us, because I thought if someone was coming around the corner as a person, if I was on my legs doing the same thing coming around the corner, I'd still be coming around the corner at the same time she was. what's the difference? You know what I mean? Like, it just bugs the shit out of me. Like, it really bugs the shit out of me. Like, get some manners, you know what I mean? Like it just really annoys me. You might be able to tell, but honestly, I really wanted to just go around and follow her all day and just be like, hi, you know what I mean? Just to like be annoying. Like, I wanted to like, I don't know. I just wanted to like make, I don't know. So you just can't make some people think though, can you? You can't just make some people understand or think, just don't understand how just think that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't say anything about anyone, you know what I mean? Even if I've made a judgment in my head. We all make judgments sometimes, right? Even if you make a judgment in your head, you know what I mean? And when you get to know someone, you usually find that that judgment is wrong, do you know what I mean? Or whatever, right? But even if you do, to let it leave your mouth is a totally different thing. And she mumbled it enough that I heard it. So it just really bugged the shit out of me, and I really wanted to like just go around and annoy her all day, just for that reason. I just wanted to get in her way and annoy her all day because of it. And I know that might sound a bit thingy, but I don't know, just frustrating. Like, how dare you? Just how dare you? Anyway, moving on. So I got my bits and bobs, and I have got a haul, which you'll probably see next week, I think. And then I went to the post office. Again, the queue's in there, and I felt in the way. I think it was just one of them days, you know, sometimes, you know, like some people weren't moving out of the way, other people, and twice I got told that they didn't see us and stuff like that, and I'm like, not hard to miss, mate, but anyway, yeah, maybe it's just a like eye level difference, because I suppose like if you're not looking lower down and you just look at eye level, maybe you don't see, I don't know. But so yeah, so all that happened on Thursday, and when I went into the park, it was obviously a bit later, so I think it was around 11 o'clock, something like that. I also went into a charity shop as well, and I think I took some footage of it, of what I bought. I bought 2 things. It's not the end of the world, but like, I was really chuffed that I was able to go in and buy 2 things, do you know what I mean? And I was also really chuffed with the things, so I will insert that footage now. Hello everyone, it's Thursday. I have just come back from the town, and whilst I was in the town, I went into a couple of charity shops. I can get in, I think there's 3. One of them I didn't bother going in, it was just absolutely rammed with furniture, and the last time I tried to go in, I got stuck halfway around and then I had to back up on myself, and it was just a nightmare in the end, so I didn't bother going back in that one. But I normally don't travel to the other side of town, like where Home Bargains is, so where I went was the Salvation Army, because I'd been in Home Bargains, which you don't know if you'll have seen that yet by the time this goes out, but anyway, I'll have a Home Bargains haul to show you. But I called in to the Salvation Army because it's easy to get round, it's laid out really well. And as some of you know, I'm doing like my, well, trying to do the house up a little bit more, and my sitting room is going to be grey and a sort of a yellow colour. I might add a bit of blue, I'm not sure yet, and white, and just lots of everything. Anyway, I spotted these curtains in the charity shop. So they're brand new in the packaging, and obviously they're grey, and they've got like a little sort of gold coloured dot or yellow coloured dot. Anyway, they were £9, I don't know if you can see on there, but they were a 90 drop. They're only 46 across, were a 90 drop, which is fine, but I'm really chuffed for them. I do have 2 windows in my sitting room, but I only put 1 set of curtains because they're so close together that you can't put another set in the middle, if you know what I mean. So I only put 1 set up, so on either end, because it just looks like, yeah, I know it might not make sense to you, but it makes sense to me. And the other thing I got was a jug. I bought a jug for my room to be an ornament, so I bought this in there as well, which I absolutely love purple. And I'm getting this well, I bought it already actually. It's a shelving thing to go in the corner. It's like one of them ladder ones, and I thought that would look nice on it. I can't read it on the bottom, not at all, because I need to try and put my glasses on, but yeah, I just thought I'd show you what I got. And this was £3.50, yeah, £3.50, but I just thought it was really pretty and it would look nice on my shelf. So yeah, so I'm well chuffed with them. So yeah, so as I said, it's Thursday. I will be adding this into the footage for my week, and I will see you later. Bye bye. Yeah, I was really chuffed with what I got. So yeah, especially well, both of them really, because the vase will go on my shelf and the curtains will go well in the sitting room. So chuffed all around, and you know, for £9 for brand new curtains, it's very cheap. And then I went into the park, and in Mulberry Park, and I was like really chuffed because the guy, so North East Falconry, they quite often come and bring birds of prey into the park, because it's a city centre park, and a lot of pigeons and seagulls had been breeding there over the lockdown months, you know, because they had no reason not to, type of thing. Of course, that was causing a lot of issues within the town centre, especially with the seagulls, because they were becoming quite vicious, taking things off babies and all sorts. So he usually flies birds of prey in the town centre and in the park. And it's usually the Harris hawk, and I've met the Harris hawk before, who's called Hermes. Well, actually he's got 7, I think, but the one I've met twice is called Hermes, and I have had photos of him in the past, you've probably seen. But this time I was coming around the other side of the park, and I noticed all the seagulls in the skies squalling is what I'm going to go with. Squalling is the word. And I realised what was happening, because the only reason they do that for is because it's like an alarm call. So I went round, and there he was with a bird of prey, and I thought, well, you're not Hermes because you're massive compared. It was a Russian steppe eagle called Vladimir, or Vlad for short, and he was absolutely beautiful. I am going to insert a picture right now. I know it's not even picture time, how wrong am I? But I am going to insert a picture right now. He was just absolutely beautiful, and I spoke to the handler slash falconry owner, maybe Glenn, the guy who was there, and he did a little bit of video footage for me, but I've decided to put it in a standalone, explaining the type of eagle he is and stuff about him. It's only for like just under 2 minutes, but I think with that, in a lot of the other pictures I took at the time, it would make a nice standalone video, so that's what I'm going to do with that. So yeah, and it just goes to show how things are meant to be, because if I'd gone straight to the post office, gone to the park, I'd have left the park, because he didn't arrive till 12, and I usually leave the park about 11:15, so I would have left the park and not seen him. So yeah, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. I always think that. Moving on from Vladimir, there was the baby moo hens, and I shall put the footage in because they are still there, thankfully. So I'll put their footage in now. There was the twin ones, the set of two. The footage goes a little bit blurred, apologies for that. And then the one on the other side of the park as well. So I will put that footage in now. Just an update on the moor hens. There's the mum or the dad, I assume. And there's... Is that blurred? There's something going on with these ducks. And there's the other baby. There. This looks blurred to me, but God, maybe my eyes are really bad. Yeah. Come round the other side, and here's the other baby still here as well. I love the way these run, it's so funny. Well, actually the adults run funny as well. Some sort of algae seaweed it's eating there. Alright, algae pondweed, you know. But they're just, they're quite big now. Doesn't take long. Honestly, the moor hens have grown so much every time I see them, and I hope you can see it as well, like in the videos. But it's become kind of a thing that I've got to do a catch up of them, every time I go I'm like, oh, you're there. But yeah, it's nice to see that they're still there, and I'm hoping that now that I think they're 4 weeks old, so I'm hoping that they're safe now, and they still call out to the mother and that, but they were completely eaten independently, like loads and loads of like I was gonna say like pond seaweed, but it's just pondweed and algae and stuff off the bottom of the water, pond, whatever. Aye, that. So yeah, the other thing is there's still no cygnets, and I really thought that this one would have had those by now. I feel like she's been on them eggs for like 6-8 weeks, but I'm not really sure exactly. I mean, I might be wrong, to be honest, but it seems like that. I haven't exactly counted it, but I might have a look back and see if I can see by my photos. But I hope all's alright with that anyway, fingers crossed, and maybe the next time I go there is actually cygnets, because it was definitely before the Roca hens even had any eggs that she was sitting on them, and that was quite a while ago, and I haven't been down there for a while. I'm hoping to get there over the weekend, because we're supposed to have really nice weather this weekend. So we shall see. Right, next. What is next? So Friday, which is today. So I've just been round outside. I didn't go out this morning, but I went out at dinner time, and just went outside round about. Got a few insect pictures and things. Nothing majorly exciting, not compared to an eagle, is it? But to be honest, everything has its place, and you know, all things. And there's loads of people who hate on seagulls, but I don't. Actually quite find them comical sometimes. They're quite funny. They play quite a lot, and they also scream quite a lot, and you know, do the whole mine, mine, mine. But yeah. Anyway, so the only other thing that I have for you, and I haven't got any footage of this, but these earrings, I bought them from Lexx, who is Bad Biscuit, as I've seen them in one of our sparkly videos, because Lexx sells mostly jewellery and other bits and bobs. But yeah, I seen them and I thought, oh, I love them, so I bought them off her. So anyway, they arrived in their very own nut box. Honestly, I opened that and laughed my head off. I was like, I just thought it was so funny. And I know everyone's jealous because they all want a knob box now, but I've got the only knob box. Also made us laugh. It's like, can you imagine if it accidentally went to one of our real customers? Like, not that I'm not one of our real customers. That sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? I know what I mean, but like someone who doesn't know her is what I mean. But yeah, it was funny. Right, I'll put that back there. Yeah, I think that is all for the week. So we'll move on to photos of the week. It doesn't sound right, does it? Well, I need like picture story time, photo box. Anyway, my favorite photos of the week. That is what it is. I'm quite tempted to put a one of Vlad in here, but because I've already showed him here, and I'm going to do a standalone video, I'm thinking I may not. Over this week I've seen quite a few different insects and stuff. Ladybird, something I don't know, something else I don't know. This is good. A bee, I think a hornet, because it was very black, unless it was a wasp, but I think it was a hornet. I'm not sure. Not sure how you tell the difference. I probably should Google it. Might be better, mightn't it? So photograph 1, as you can see, is a ladybird. I was coming back over the bridge. I haven't seen very many ladybirds so far, and I was coming back over the bridge and I spotted, because I look everywhere. It's one of the things with the camera is I just look everywhere, like everywhere. It's madness. And I was looking down and around, and then I caught a glimpse of the red, and so I took my camera out because I didn't have it out at the time because I'd just come over the bridge. So I took my camera out, took a photograph of it, and it was really hard to photograph because it was kind of on the floor in front of me. And the thing with photography is usually always, you know, you want the sun behind you. It's the best, unless you're photographing the sun, that's very different. But other than that, you want the sun behind you. And so I I zoomed in the best I could, and it actually didn't come out too bad. So yeah, I was pleased with that. And it's I think it's the first ladybird of the year I've taken, so cool. And then the second photograph is when I was in Mulberry Park. The ducks were getting a wash, and this duck was splashing all the water over itself and cleaning and pruning and whatnot. And so I decided to do a burst shot, like rather than just like a single shot. I did like a burst of shots, and one of the shots was this one, which it makes it kind of looks like he's frozen in the water, like it's ice. And I thought it was really cool, and I liked it very much. So yeah, Malcolm the mallard in his frozen water shoot. Yeah, and then the last picture is yeah, so the last picture is of B. So he was just on the Buttercup close by, on my way home actually, just round the corner from me, and managed to get a quick snap before he buzzed off basically. I haven't seen that many bees, but I don't know if it's because so many of the areas all the bees used to go to when I used to take them last year has been cut down, so maybe by the time, because it was kind of late summer last year, so maybe as the year goes on and we get into sort of July, then maybe all those places will have grew back and I will manage to get some more bee pictures. So yeah, but I was really tough with them, and as I said, keep an eye out for my video about the Russian steppe eagle Vlad. And that ends photos of the week. All my favourites, yeah. So moving on to healthier eating. This week has been hard. This week has been hard in the sense that I have felt constantly hungry all week, and I don't know if it's a bit of like, you know, the run up to time of the month, if it's a bit of finishing my dad's complaint and handing it in, well, posting it off, and I've got to start my mum's now, if there's a bit of that in it. But I think mainly it's the fact I haven't drank enough water. I realise whenever I go out I don't drink, and I used to drink 2 full bottles of water, like going into the third really, and 2 full bottles are like 700 millilitres, so it'd be like 21 millilitres type of thing. No, yeah, 2 full bottles, but I'll also have tea as well, like 3 times a day and whatnot. So I'm thinking maybe it's the water intake that I haven't drank enough, so that's making us feel hungry. And also I've noticed I've had a lot of like crap, basically, for want of a better word. And when you have crap, that's more calories, which means that you can have less, so it's not the greatest. I went over calories on Saturday, so last Saturday, can't remember the date of it now, but anyway, I went over that day by 936, and if I look at my daily average for the week, it's 2,575, which it isn't massively over, not in the long shot, you know, 75 calories over on average for the week type of thing. And also Saturday was the only day I actually went over calories. The rest of the time I managed to stay under, just not eating the best of things. You will see in some of the snacks I've got to show you, it's probably why. So I'll put my daily average up anyway of 2,575. You can see like my weekly thing, not that way, that way. And then I've took some pictures of how amazing am I. But I've took some pictures. So a toasted fried egg sandwich with a little bit of tomato sauce, which honest God is amazing, right? Just putting it out there. But I like my fried eggs flipped. So yeah, so I had toasted fried egg sandwich. I think I had that on Saturday. Yeah, I did. So I had that on Saturday morning, and it was 348 calories. So I started off well on Saturday. Didn't end well on Saturday, but I started off well. And also I had fish cakes and salad which was also on the Saturday. Again, started off well. But then I was hungry later on because I'd gone out. I was a bit hungry later on. So I had cod and parsley fish cakes with salad. So I'll put the pictures up for these, obviously. And that was 566 calories. And then I had a takeaway that was what pushed us over by 936. So yeah, that's how that went wrong. And then through the week, so I'll show you what happened through the week. So on Monday and Wednesday, yeah, wait a minute, I'll work it out which day it was. So on Monday I got a delivery from Holland & Barrett, which was actually delivered by Amazon, strangely, which I was surprised. I absolutely love chickpeas, roasted chickpeas, and I used to buy these Holy Smokes ones from Asda, but I can't seem to get them anymore. They were like part of a nut mix, seed mix thing. Don't seem to do them now. And they were like barbecue flavour Holy Smokes. I absolutely loved them, and the chickpeas were my favourite part of them, to be honest. And I absolutely love nuts, but the chickpea was my favourite part. Now I've looked many times and I could only ever find just plain roasted ones, or like spicy ones, and I don't do spice. And even Holland & Barrett only had spicy or tomato and basil, which I'm not a tomatoey fan. Like, I'll eat it, but it's not really, I wouldn't class it as a treat as such. So anyway, I decided to do another Google. It was a while ago when I did that Google. Decided to try again, and Holland & Barrett do sell these ones now. So they're like cheeky peas, smoking barbecue, as you can see about them, smoky barbecue flavoured crunchy chickpeas. These are 154 calories for this bag. There is 40 grams in here. They were lovely, really enjoyed them. Not as strong smoky flavour, smoky barbecue flavour as the Holy Smokes that I used to get, but still really nice, really enjoyed them. They did have other flavours like chili and lime and other things. They also had a curry one, or curry, but I was a bit dubious because I thought, oh, well, if it's too spicy, I didn't try it. I think I would try it next time. It was 99p a bag, but I had an offer on it's buy two get one free, so I got 3 packs all in this flavour. I've had one of them, which is this one, obviously, because it's empty. Leonie, why did you just explain that? Anyway, moving on. So yeah, well worth it, loved them. Second thing from Holland & Barrett that I absolutely love is these. I've had these quite a few times. I think the £2 odd, and I can't remember, I haven't wrote it down, apologies. But these licorice torpedoes, right, now I've always loved licorice, and licorice torpedoes were one of my favourites as a kid. These are obviously, as you can see, made with natural flavours, crunchy coating, chewy centre, and honestly, they're the best tasting ones ever. It's a 100 gram pack, and a 100 gram pack is 378 calories, which isn't as bad as like other things. You know what I mean? But these are absolutely lovely. I would recommend them to everyone. And I've tried different ones. I did try Poundland, had some torpedoes ones. They're horrible. It's really hard to crunch. But even though they're lighter coloured like those, because obviously then they've got natural colourings and flavourings and stuff. But it just tastes really nice. Definitely worth it. And the other thing I tried, this week, which I shall show you, are these. So I I know everyone follows Carla, but if you don't, you should. Carla Jenkins, honestly, she's doing amazing, and she has had these flour and white meringue bars a few times, right? So I thought I really wanted to try them, but I didn't want to, because they do like big multi-packs, and I didn't want a big multi-pack in case I just ate them all. So I thought, I googled them to see if anywhere sold them singly, and this Skinny Food company sells them singly, and they are expensive. They're $1.55 a bar, which to me is expensive, but this flavour, totally worth £1.55, like totally worth it. I absolutely loved this one, and this is the raspberry meringue bar coated in Belgian white chocolate and raspberry crumble. It was absolutely lovely, and as I said, totally worth it, and 96 calories. You cannot complain about that whatsoever. I feel I'm going to sneeze. 1 second. Sorry about that, but I was right. So yeah, honestly, this is amazing. And I was supposed to, because there were, Skinny Food Company had an offer on that if you spent over £5 you got free delivery. So I thought, alright, so I'll buy 3 bars of these and something else. So I bought 3 bars of these and a Whitworth shot, and it came to £5.20, right, altogether. So anyway, these got delivered on Wednesday, and I emailed the company in the end because the box was a little bit bashed. Opened them up, and I dropped the packaging thing, so I thought I'd lost one of the bars myself, right? But I got the carer to check, and my son to check, and everybody to check, and there was no one to be found. And on the seat, it's got a circle round one of the bars. So I messaged them and said, look, one of the bars was missing, you know, can you send us out the one I wanted? And the praline one was the main choice, like that was the one I chose first, type of thing. This one, which is chocolate meringue bar, which is coated in Belgian dark chocolate and chocolate crumble, I would not buy that, and I would not buy that at 50p. So, and I love marshmallow, I didn't think it was that nice, but like I said, this one definitely. And they're both under 100 calories, but they had lemon, had praline, salted caramel, they had a few different ones, and I chose the praline one. And so I sent them a message and said, so I sent them the message last night, about 6 o'clock-ish yesterday, and said I never received the praline one. I took a photo of me order thing and said maybe it's not in stock because they've circled it, so I'm like thinking it's not in stock, but I never got a refund and no one's messaged us to say sorry we haven't got it or anything. So I was like, you know, so I'm sending you this email, can you send us it out, kind of thing. Anyway, I got a message back this morning. Well, I actually got 3 messages. I got a message from whoever and said, oh, I'm really sorry, hope you're well, blah blah, I've refunded you. Then I got a message which stated, I've noticed you haven't got one of your bars, we haven't got it in stock, really apologise, and so and it was like making out like I didn't have to like message them in the first place about it. Like, which to me, if something's not in stock, surely you're automatically refunded. I shouldn't have had to chase it up, if that makes sense, and I should have automatically been notified. And it wasn't until I messaged her that that did happen, and so it kind of like annoyed me a little bit. They did, you know, say sorry. They have refunded us the $155, and she also offered to give me a discount for free delivery, but I don't think I would order again anyway. Although, like I said, I do really like this. It's not something that I would buy all the time, because one, it's expensive, and even though it is really nice, and obviously, you know, I was a bit disappointed with the delivery and the not getting the praline one, so, but never mind. So yeah, so them's all the snacks I wanted to show you. I just thought I'd keep the packaging, and then I'll just show you the packaging. It'll be easy, and I don't have to insert pictures. You know me, anything for easy. So yeah, I think that's everything, isn't it? I think. I can't think of anything else. Is it 12 days? So it'll be 12 days to getting weird when you see this. So I'm going to really be good, really stick in for the next 12 days. And hopefully, you know, I can tell, you know, even the carer noticed, to be honest. Well, actually, it's the fluid got out my legs, or like the loose skin on the backs of my calves. Like, you can see the loose skin on the backs of my calves, and that had gone. And I don't know whether it was part fluid or part, like, sort of me. I don't know, but anyway, I'm hoping to have lost a stone. That's me hope, and anything else is a bonus, obviously, but we shall see. So yes, I hope you've all had a lovely week, and you know, look out for my other videos that I've got coming out. I've got a B&M one that I need. I've got loads of editing to do. B&M to edit. I've got Home Bargains to edit, and I've got Vlad the Russian Steppe Eagle to edit, and that's just a few. Keep an eye out for me on Tuesday. I have Back from Burnout, who is Mel, doing banishment, so that'll be cool. And yeah, I shall see you all next week. Goodbye.